Paul writes and says, if you are hot and don't wait too much. Therefore, kama unasikia ninasukumwa, then you can give it a timeline of, let's talk of 6 months. Because if you don't give it a timeline to maybe to get to know your spouse, it may come a time you may have the marriage broken. But I would say, better have the relationship broken, have the marriage broken.
That's true. If the blood is on fire.
But now, my worry is, my worry is every youth blood is just burning around them.
Youth of Light, shining light to the youth.
Hello guys, welcome to the Youth of Light program. This is a show that comes to you every Saturday at 5 p.m. Be sure to catch us live on our YouTube channel, the Youth of Light. Kindly subscribe, comment, share, and give us an opinion of what you think about the topics we are handling. Today, we are handling a very exciting topic about love, about relationship, about whether we can have a true relationship that is based purely on love. And before we continue, let me invite you to my panelists. We are many today. I know you'll be blessed. So on my further right, we have Anne. Today she's on the panel. I am the only one who is hosting today. Karibu sana, Anne.
Thank you.
Then on my left, I have Valentine, not new to you in our show. Then on the farthest left, I have Charles, new to the show, the man on suit. And then at the back right, we have Derek, still new to the show. Karibu sana, Derek. Then on my back left, we have Frank, not new to you on the show. Then lastly, but not the least, we have our guest, Reverend Mutoti, who will be giving us opinions on whatever we think is right. And of course, he will be the, he will just give us the go-ahead of whether it's right or not. Huh? So, karibuni sana as we start the show. So, starting from the basics of love. Mutoti, is it possible to have a relationship that is straight with two partners? In this type of relationship, we are talking about the hetero sexual type of a relationship between a gent and a lady, not the other types. So at least to be sure. So is it possible for me to have a girlfriend who we can start off at the right foot on basis of love and work together without problems, without having the corners of other side relationships till we say I do?
Thank you. If that is possible, because you see, God is an initiator of love. When he created Adam, he made Adam unto sleep. And he made Eve out of him. And when Adam woke up from the sleep, he said, surely he is one of me. He is flesh of my flesh and bone of my bone. You see, God is the initiator. And when we allow God in our lives to work out our relationship, I'm telling you, it is very possible if you are willing. It is very possible to make. You see, I'm against the point ya kuonja. I'm today with this chick. Tomorrow I'm with another one. Tomorrow I have another one. I want to feel with this tribe, the other tribe, their tribe. What I'm saying and what the Bible says,
yes,
that we should dig well our own wells and drink the water that comes from our own wells. It is pure, it is good. I have seen it is possible couples which they started relationship and they have all with all humility and patience loved each other till now they are a couple. So there is what you call true love, not a fake love, not a love. I'm talking about true love. It works. It is there. You can exercise it. I've seen an example. It is in the church.
Wow. before I even ask opinions and continue deeper on whether we should just fetch water exactly on our own wells, I would want to see whether it is whether my panelists see whether it's possible to just have that perfect relationships without corners. So let me start with our lady today. Anne, is it possible? Haichoshi, do you think it's just possible?
Well, usipotembea utadhani tu mama yako ndio anajua kupika chakula kitamu.
Yes, I get that. We do not need an explanation on that. Yes, Vale, is it possible to just have me until we just do it?
I don't think so.
Wow. Charles,
Do you think
it's possible?
it's possible?
Good. At least I have one proposer. Yes, Frank, is it possible?
I would say it is possible
Mm.
according to the basement or the basis of your relationship. If it is not purely based on love, my friend, you will end up hitting outside.
Mm.
Yeah.
To our youngest finalist, huh? Is it possible to have a relationship with one girl, not from the school, then back to the village, to the church?
Yes, it's possible.
It's possible. Wow. So that's just wonderful. I want even before we continue to come to Anne's point. Ukikosa kutembea, you just think really your mom cooks the best malenge. So, Reverend, you will have to give us a base on that. But before then, and if we are in a relationship, what will make you want to test another relationship, for example?
Okay, I base my argument on whatever Frank has said.
Mm,
It depends on the foundation of your relationship.
mm,
Because when a relationship is like 2 days old, yani msee anakutext mpaka guy babe, niko tu hapa, I'm eating my supper. Okay, nice supper babe. Blah blah blah. And then after 1 month, babe nakula supper. Okay, unataka nifanye nini? Ama so when you compare the love hapo mwanzo wa relationship, and the relationship is still new, unaipampa, unaifunga diaper, unaibembeleza, but then when when it progresses, unaona the love starts to fade, mnaanza kuzoeana na msee, the respect starts to fade away, and that is when you try to look for something that is new.
At a certain point, when you notice that something is not right, Vale, do you think you will just go out because you have noticed something is not right, or you can get bored? Is it boredom, or is it something just not adding up?
Sure, it is boredom. It is really boredom.
Why would you get bored with me?
But you see, the first time we met, it was this high. Then with time, it is, what do you expect me to do?
Just go. Okay. Even if you're going, Charles, you say it's perfect. It's possible to have a good relationship without having to get outside. Yeah. So I want to understand this one thing. How do you base such a relationship on love? Like, how can you just be sure if I'm proposing to this lady, at least this so much in me that I'm feeling for her that won't cause me to just do something else outside there?
Well, you will want to do something else elsewhere if at all you have tested, because the issue of boredom comes when you test. But if you keep distance, then it means you will not test. And having not tested, then it means the issue of boredom and the issue of boring in between will not arise. And so if you will think of, I want to test, I want to know, maybe there is a monkey with a long tail, probably you will want to compare with a monkey with a short tail.
I
But
understand.
if that is not, yes,
Then
you will not be bored.
No.
You see, Josiah,
that
I
is a
sound
very good Nini. Before you even do that, can you answer for us? Will I be in a relationship with this girl without us for those 3 years without having sex with her? Just to be open about it, because when he talks about testing, he refers to sexual intercourse, right?
Yes.
Will it be possible?
The Bible is not talks about fornication. It is not testing. And
Yes.
fornication is sin. And the Bible does not talk about you go around doing the same thing. So for me, what I'm saying, the Bible says when you're in a relationship, let bed be pure. Let the bed not be undivided. Be pure. What? Let me explain it. We are in a relationship. And you see, when I was starting, I said there are different types of relationship. Which relationship? Are you committed to this relationship? Are you committed to the relationship you are? What is your goal? You see, you have to have your goal. What is your goal? What do I want to achieve with her, with him? Now, this one will give you a dimension on how you work out your relationship. Because if you are in the church, I will permit you only to have one girlfriend and be committed to her.
Okay.
And this is not the girlfriend of today and tomorrow. I want to see you with your goals. The two of you, what are your goals?
This is my spiritual father speaking now. You only want to see me with one girl.
Yes, what is your goal? What is your goals? You together. Because without the goals, the relationship is based at is almost to doom. And then let me come to Kuwanja Onja. Let me say, in the Bible, there was Jacob. He worked 7 years. 7 good years without testing. Then after 7 years is when he discovers, kumbe nimechezewa karata. She is not the one. Even the Bible says, hakujua usiku, asubuhi kulipo pamazuka. She's not the one. Which means he was soaked in it.
I understand.
Let me ask you a question.
Before you just hold it there. I just want you to finish. Just finish Jacob's point.
So it is possible for you to refrain this is handouts we give when you're in a relationship with a girl and you're in the church. We encourage you to stay faithful, abstain from sexual intercourse until the day we pronounce you as wife and husband.
Before I ask, I want to ask Anne something and then get to Frank. Vale, you had something to say.
I just want to know this current generation. 7 years. What will you be doing? 7 years. This current generation, yeah.
Because we encourage always in a courtship, is better broken courtship than a broken marriage. You see, when we chase her today, you feel the style, you feel the heat, you feel the taste. You say this is not the one I wanted. Now you are bringing yourself to a law. The esteem, ile respect ulikuwa umemheshimu naye, ile upendo uliokuwa naye. It is written that the sons of David, they did fornication. And after that, this man hated this girl the more. So immediately after the intercourse, he said, ulikuwa unaniringia kumbe. Hakuna kitu.
And then you say, it's better a broken courtship than a broken marriage. But you see, Anne, if we stay together so much without me knowing the inside of you, you might really bore me on the wedding day.
Of course, because I'm curious. Of course, because I, as a person, I want whatever I don't have. Quote unquote. So you can tell me that we are dating. Okay, tumemaliza 1 week, fine. Tumemaliza week 2. Mpaka naanza kushunda kwambia, babe, hebu tuende VCT. Nini, what's going on? What is going on? Let's go and get tested. Ama hakuna kitu hapo.
Yes.
Ama ni kilema.
Frank, I want to come to you. What would you just say about that? Will you feel very comfortable when we are really when we are together, and what you really can't say whether this man is working, whether this lady is there or not?
Well, yeah, this one is possible, but I think it takes a lot of humility. Because relationship is the sum total of many factors. So again, I would like to second what Rev said, that it will depend with what you want in this relationship. If you want to make a family from it, you just have to wait. And that thing that you desire to have will enable you to keep waiting.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Charles,
Yes.
does it mean when we have before I come to Rev, when I have a sexual intercourse with my girlfriend, does it mean I really don't love her for good? I'm not taking our relationship that serious to an extent of I want to marry her. Is that what it means when we are in a relationship?
It may mean you are taking the relationship so serious, but when we talk about a serious relationship, it may mean respecting each other. And respecting each other, if we go to the Bible, then it means respect may not be as a result of sharing what is to be kept for a time not necessary. When I talk also, I may illustrate by talking of time, because there is a time that is kept for everything. If it means this is a time for probably courting, probably dating, then it means dating and courting is different from engaging in sexual activities.
Charles, my generation.
You mean it's really different? So, what timeline would you give for me to identify this lady? What timeline would you give me to identify this lady? Get into a relationship, court her, and then plan for that wedding day. So, what timeline would you give me? Is there an elastic limit as to my humility?
Well, it will depend with Paul writes and says, if you are hot, then don't wait too much. Therefore, kama unasikia ninasukumwa, then you can give it a timeline of, let's talk of 6 months. Because if you don't give it a timeline to maybe to get to know your spouse, it may come a time in the future, just as the reference has said, you may have the marriage broken. But I would say, better have the relationship broken than have the marriage broken. Because now once the marriage is broken, then it will bring extended repercussions, like you'll be embarrassed, you'll be disappointed, and probably you will hear people say, "Guy, sasa si hao walishikana tu juzi, what has happened?" Sasa aibu.
Chance.
I'm wondering, just a minute, Vale, because Paul says if you are hot,
That's true. If the blood is on fire.
On
but
fire.
now my worry
Yes,
is my worry is every youth's blood is just burning around every
Of
house.
course, when I'm around my boyfriend,
with Anna.
I want to cuddle him, I want to hug him, I want to give him kisses. So you can tell me that through that feeling, sitaki to explore more. Of course I want. And that's why you find tuko na hizi one night stand. Mtu anaenda plap.
1, 2.
Okay, relationship
Okay,
tena.
I'm learning. I'm understanding where you are coming from.
Yes.
But I'm saying now, when the blood is, we are on fire.
On
In
fire.
fact, there is no time frame we should give for any money for anybody in marriage. As long as you feel you are comfortable. I love her. He loves me. We are comfortable. Do you know her? I don't know her. I want to go. Move on.
Move on.
That is the point.
I was
Wow.
coming there.
Move on.
I was coming there. You say you might meet a person today and you get married tomorrow.
Allah.
Serious.
Allah.
It
Listen.
happens. It happens.
Listen to what the Bible says. There was this Hammon and Tamar. The Bible. These are the children of David. They loved each other. Then Ammon made himself to be sick because he wanted. Alisema huyu akinipita. I'm telling you, he's the what one in town. Even in church, there are many zeroing it to a certain lady. So this one. Nakuja unitembelee. I'm sick. Oh, niletee chakula kwa kitanda. And then it happened in that room. They ate it, and after that, a lot of hatred.
Yes.
A lot of hatred. What am I saying? Brethren, Anna, no matter how what it is, no matter how you want to feel it, no matter how you want to experience it, there is this antifice. Ya kwamba, we can still confirm together. Confine ourselves. Let us enjoy this fruit together for life.
The more the delay, the longer the boring. The more the delay.
My worry is this, Rev. mimi ni church boy, and this girl is also a church girl for that matter.
Yeah.
Mimi, okay, ni compassion vile, right? But this girl cannot be patient as to, in fact, a lot of, let me just go by the statistics,
Yeah.
like right now.
Yeah.
Girls are so much bored by this perfect man thing. Like huyu kamtuka church huku, coordinator sijui wapi, wewe tu ni kukaa kwa nyumba, labda akikuja ni kitu mnaweza saidiana ni kuosha vyombo. They really purely
kuomba.
get bored.
Because bad boys make good husbands. Research.
Is it real now?
Research. Research.
No.
Bad boys make good boyfriends. Bad boys eventually make good husbands.
How?
I wouldn't.
Frank,
So,
kweli?
kidogo Frank,
Okay.
shikilia break up.
Ah,
I wouldn't want to be in a house whereby, okay, whatever I tell my husband, he's, Nataka, I want to go and do my nails, do pedicure, do manicure, and then my husband's like, Utaka na
Anakaa sanamu.
yes. Nataka mahali tutangangana pembe hivi kidogo tu, just a little bit.
specifically on what area? Like, just give me a good example on some areas you would want us to make a bit something a bit rough in that relationship, for example.
Don't let me have my way every time. Don't let me have my way every time. Yes, you don't want arguments. You know, a lot of men try to give the ladies whatever they want to avoid, number one, to avoid disagreements. Number two, to avoid huyu dem kumtoka. Wajua hivyo. Don't say yes to everything that I say. Hapana, nitaboeka, and I will try and go and look for someone mwenye.
Ana hakuboeshi. Frank, is it true? Does being so good make you a very bad husband?
I would like to argue it in a different way, because as per the pattern of today's life, I think competition is the core of all these things that I believe girls do this thing only to win the man, because she believes that if I keep waiting, he might end up choosing another person in my place. So a girl will try by all means to win you
by at least making sure
one thing.
amekupea.
Yes, exactly. Anne said it, that she wants you to be kissing, things like those.
Okay.
So this pleasure, she wanted to mount on you so that you will not leave her.
So what happens? So this pressure actually is being brought up by the ladies, yeah?
The competition.
The spirit that because I'm this cute, I'll get out here, some other girl will fall for me, and we will just flop together. Because nowadays, I'm told men are polygamous in nature.
You say something that we might do what? Unless you are not a man. Guy.
Unless
Why?
You
If
say-
of course, okay, Frank says the pressure is being brought up by you because if you don't at least sleep with me, of course, I will get some other girl outside there and sleep with her,
So,
which disadvantages you a lot.
mimi ndio namweka pressure ama yeye aniweke pressure. You see, if you are a man, that's why nikwambia, we want that man a starter mwenye anachukua position yake, not
Majukumu.
kukaa tu. Unakaa tu hapo.
Okay, mpaka there is that point ya sky sanamu.
Josiah,
Kwanza,
Yes.
do you know what girls
So-
look for in a man?
Ah.
Love, loyalty, security. Vitu tatu tu, very easy. When you start comparing, for instance, you have men, sijui wanakuwa shida yao inakuwa gani? We have men who compare women to other women.
Yes.
We have that. Unakuja kwa nyumba, okay, you find me in Adira. Of course, I'm in Adira because I'm cooking and I'm doing 1, 2, 3. I have kids. I cannot move around the house with 6 inches alafu. So you will see my belly sagging, but ukijaribu kumbuka kale ka secretary kako kwa ofisi. Shikadem.
Telling you those hails, we just are okay.
Kitembea
So
tu
you
Mount Kenya inatetemeka tu.
Yes.
When you try to compare your woman, the woman that is in your house, with the woman that you have, do I say
In your
idolize in your
mindset.
mind? hapo ndipo mnaanza kutupatia pressure. That is why you find sisi uko kwa nyumba umekuja umejikaza, yani umefunga you've tied that belt umefunga hiyo mshipi yako instead of the comfortability that you're supposed to have at home with your man, with your husband. Remember, ukinikatia, because most times the guy katias the dame.
Yes.
Without forgetting ati nimechapa hivi tukiwa na wewe, uliponipata was fresh, nilikuwa kamtu kazuri. But umenika kwa nyumba yako, I've cooked for you, I've done every responsibility according. Shikilia break up, Frank.
Yes, kidogo Frank.
Most times boys don't chapa. Angalia, look at our fathers, for instance. Sisi our mothers sijui wamechomeka huku na the cold mist. You can't even look at their nails vizuri. Angalia wazee wanadanganyililia wamama wanaachia shamba hapo uko na ng'ombe huko, uko na kuku hapo. What else do you want? Jama anaenda Nairobi huku kwenye tuko. If that husband dies, God forbid. Tungapi tutatoka na huko tukuje, by the way, huyu alikuwa dadi yetu. Tujosea tungapi tutatoka na huko.
You see the society.
Something I am thinking, when she talks of a lady who is chaparing, anachapa labda in the family, I am thinking of a lady as a garden. Because a garden with plants well watered, then these plants don't chapa.
Yes.
They will not.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Who is the gardener?
Hallelujah.
Who is the gardener? Who is watering this garden?
You have that man.
Anne, you see, Anne, what you are trying to say here, there are two types of life that we need to work out. You see, when we are in the house, the spices of the marriage, the spices in the house, the language, the communication, how you dress. You see, you cannot go to bed, all of us, and we are all in trousers. You see, and now you want to accuse me. You see, this man is boring. This man is doing what?
You saw that girl there.
The moment you see that the first approach, when I when I come to my house, I give a knock. The way the door is open, the first words, the appearance, as you trick me.
Everything.
But you see, I found her in a pata. With a very long dress. There is no whatever, water everywhere. There is no even coming. He just opening the door and then she leaves. She goes, you see what I'm saying? Okay, that is for married people. Let us come here to our table. You see, when we are dating, when we are doing the courtship, for us to take long, is how do you cook? How do you spice this thing? How do you make it? You see? When we are WhatsApping, when we are talking, when we are in Instagram,
it's Instagram.
Yes, you see, I belong to the other century. You see, when we are chatting, when we are saying, those are the words, they are coming very nice. Let it be tomorrow, today, tomorrow, and forevermore. Let because sasa nimempata wewe, sasa sina shughuli. That is not good.
Pastor, we are living in a very cheeky generation. Trust you me. Do you know there is this guy? Let me use Frank. You will not hate me for this. Frank will be chatting with Anne even at 12 midnight.
No, we don't. But when, power.
Yes. When in reality, Frank has a date tomorrow with someone else, and they have planned for an out, and they will do it very far away where Frank will not, where even Anne won't even realize.
That's why Jesus says, "This is a barbarous generation." People who with their mind they confess God, the glory, the power of God, but back in their minds they are in witches and witchcraft. Now, how can you come together with the two people? And when you ask, you say, "I'm balancing them." You cannot balance them.
Sasa, Charles, ukichagua, just a minute, Frank. Ukichagua mke, for example, will you just go along with that one lady? Ama utakuwa at least na wengine watano to compare who among them? To just compare who among them will just fit to be, yes, we always look for something that is perfect. Anajua kupika vizuri, marash. As in, akijipresent, you won't say, hey, this is my wife. Mukiwa uko outing, party, you can, yani mtu anakurepresent. Will you just go, is it that possible to just go with that one mwenye umeona without comparing to some others at least? For your safety, juu pia anaweza kukutoka.
For my safety, anaweza nitoka. But when I think of a perfect relationship, it first begins from the mind. And when I am talking about the relationship beginning from the mind, it means my eyes will first see. And in the seeing, I will see a variety. And from the variety, I will prefer one. And therefore, the others will not know whether I had an interest from the mind. If this one says no, from my variety, I can still go for another.
What if you get disappointed?
You see, so after, okay, that is an eye-open actually. You've seen this variety, right? But then, so you will not tell, hakuna vile utawakatia. You won't rusha mistari to any of them until you see. Sasa utajua aje huyu ndio sasa nimeprefer kabisa na you know huyu ni mzuri yenyewe. Huyu anatembea vizuri pia. Aya, huyu anaketingi chini vizuri. So utajua aje kwa kuangalia tu hivyo.
Every man, and I will say it this way. Okay. Man was made brilliant. In that, they will first look. And from the looking, they will also look at a different one. Because men are interested at looking and what you see physically. So, I will look at Vale. Nitaona probably Vale ni kama hii. And then I will compare from my mind with Anne. Nitaona Anne. I think if I approach Anne, Anne is much better than Vale. And so I will first prefer Anne. Or rather, I will first prefer Vale to Anne. If what I want is not in both, then I will prefer going for someone elsewhere. Okay. Yesu alisema ukienda hapa ukikataliwa, enda mbele. So ukienda hapa ukikataliwa.
But Charles, what we are saying, it is not testing. It is not about testing.
No,
it is not about
unatumia macho peke yake.
You see, they are what you call, you people, when you know, in my times when I was getting married, we had what we call the 10 points. The character-wise. What do I need? What type of a man, a lady do I need?
Yeah, that
the 10 points. I evaluate you. I evaluate you. 1, 2, 3. Brown chick, whatever.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about now.
This,
yeah.
Evaluate, but not bed-wise. You see, let me tell you something. There is a saying in town. And this saying is very nice. Yes. You see, pizza is one of the best tasty food we have.
Yes.
But when you get pizza on the court, it will take 4 hours. It is spoiled.
Sure.
So, what am I saying? If you lose your ego, if you lose your focus on your relationship, 2 to 3, one day, and where were you, sweetie? I did not hear about you. Where did you go? I had some errands to do, whatever. Now, the communication, lack of communication, it will spoil relationship. Frank is talking about what if utakuwa ashamed, utatosheka. Let me tell you, there is no gauge. In fact, I have never had a clash. A clash on sexual matters. I have never had. There's no clash. This is natural.
But
this is natural, guys.
It's very natural, but now, okay, if you get to discussions with boys, with boys and girls.
Before you go, I wanted to ask, is it from the mind or from the heart?
Is it from the mind or it is from the heart? A relationship is triggered by emotion, and emotions begin from the heart. And therefore, it is from the heart, not from the mind. Yes.
I see us moving in different directions, and I want us to make a conclusion on this, because I believe that when it comes to relationship is something different from love. And yes,
what triggers relationship? What triggers relationship?
Okay. I mean this. Relationship is a structure, which is, but love is not a structure. What do I mean? You can be in love with very many different people, but when it comes, no, listen to me. But when it comes to a relationship, it becomes a structure such that you have to choose one of them. And the love, Vale, give me time.
It is the opposite.
No,
it is the opposite. It is the opposite.
Please.
Yeah.
It is the opposite.
Get
you are
me
doing
right.
it.
Get me right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm listening very
Love,
much.
no. Love is the basement of a relationship.
Hmm.
Get me right?
Mhm.
The foundation of a
Yeah.
relationship. And that's the point that I was driving at.
Mm.
Because if there is any relationship that is not based on love, kindly bear me witness, it can't go anywhere. So what I meant by saying that a relationship is something that is different, you can be in love with different people, but when it comes to relationship, it has to be between partners.
I
You-
think I
Just
should
before,
also
just
Listen,
before,
listen,
just before
listen.
everyone reacts to Frank.
Yes?
Just before everyone reacts to Frank, we
Uh-huh.
just have to go for a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Kindly give us your opinion. Can you be in love with many people? Can you? Kindly, we'll be right back.
Youth of Light, shining light to the youth.